Well, hi there. Warm welcome. You're watching Blueprint Exclusive, and I'm Meghna Deka. Well, viewers, the stakes are sky high for India in the Asia Cup. And we're not just talking about the cricket, the skills and the talent. When India takes on Pakistan, and that is official now, the money involved is going to be completely unimaginable. Yes, it's all about the money. In fact, there seems to be a price tag which has been put on patriotism as well. Over the next half hour, I'm going to be telling you how there is patriotism on one side and a lot of big bucks on the other. Sample this. The ad rates have soared to 800 rupees per 10 seconds. This for regular India matches on digital. In fact, it has hit about 1,200 rupee per 10 seconds itself for India and Pakistan matches. Just to give you a sense of how much money we are talking about, we are going to break down, get you the numbers. The way we break down the wickets, the scorecard, we are going to get you a scorecard of the money which is riding on Asia Cup, which is going to tell you just why BCCI has announced India's Blue Brigade for the Asia Cup. And yes, indeed, they are going to be playing Pakistan, and they're going to be playing Pakistan on the 14th of September. Let's start with some of the deep dives that we have prepared for you. Well, the ad rates have soared to 800 rupees per 10 seconds. This for the regular matches. But it is, of course, very, very different. When you look at digital hits, it goes all the way up to this. This you have the breakup. This is what happens on digital. It comes to about 275 to 450 rupees for 10 seconds. This is on regular matches. When it comes to regular matches on TV, and this is where the money really is coming in, on TV you have ads. An ad for 10 seconds will cost you 14 to 16 lakh rupees. But if you look at digital ads for an India-Pakistan match, that itself makes it very clear. While you'll be paying only 400 to 800 for an ad on digital for 10 seconds, when it comes to India versus Pakistan match, it is close to double. It goes to 600 to 1200. See how much higher it is when it comes to India versus Pakistan. After all, it's a game where profits rival patriotism. The line between national pride and the big businesses seem to be thinner than ever before. India versus Pakistan is always more than just a cricket match. It is a viewership magnet. And this year, it looks set to shatter all previous records. To put it in perspective, let's break down the ad sale numbers for the regular matches. India versus Pakistan. When it comes to the high-profile games, as we were just telling you, these are the high-profile games, and you can see how it's all about the money. Honey? Well, that's the question. But let's get you the next set of graphics that we have prepared. While ad revenue soars, media and sponsorship rights are equally massive. It's adding to the staggering financial stakes at India's matches. Well, you can sample this. This is the money which is riding. For media rights till 2031 by Sony, they had to shell out 148 crore rupees to buy the media rights for Asia Cup. That's the amount that they have already invested. For co-presenting sponsorship, just to get that tag that you are a co-presenter of the Asia Cup, sponsors have to shell out 18 crore rupees. Not just that, let's tell you about the associate sponsorships. On TV, associate sponsorship, you have to shell out 13 crore rupees. That's the amount of money that the organizers are going to be making. For co-presenting sponsorship on digital, now we are breaking it down, TV to digital. Digital rates are relatively lower here. It's about 30 crore rupees for a co-presenting sponsorship. For highlights partner on digital, it's going to be a whopping 30 crore rupees to be the highlights partner on digital platforms. This is just to give you a bit of a sense about the money. We all know that there is big bucks, but these are the big bucks specifically that we are talking about. But let's break down the estimated losses across ad sales of media rights, sponsorships, if India had decided to skip the Asia Club. In fact, sample this. What do we lose monetarily? Well, implication one, a loss for broadcasters alone, if India skips the Asia Cup, would have been 50 to 70 crore rupees as per reports, if India had decided on skipping it. This perhaps is the reason why India is not skipping it. Implication 2 is that the loss in sponsorship and advertisement is going to be around 37 to 44 crore rupees. Of course, this is what reports have been coming in. That's just to give you a sense. Implication 3 is that there'll be low ticket sales. How much do they make out of ticket sales? Well, the sponsors make about 30 to 45 crore rupees on ticket sales alone. There you have it. The bare facts. In fact, this isn't just the first time India and Pakistan, remember, have faced off in a cricket field, and that too right after major terror attacks. Remember, many people are saying, why are we now seeing red after the fact that there was a Pahalgam attack? Many are saying why Operation Sindoor is still underway. But let's remind you, lessons in history on cricketing history, if you will permit me. When there was the 26/11 Mumbai attack in November 2008, you had 10 months later the ICC Champions Trophy, where India did play Pakistan in September 2009. Second instance, after the Pulwama attack in February 2019, 4 months later, you had the ICC Cricket World Cup, where too India had played Pakistan, not really untouchable, and this was on June 2019. Third example that we are getting for you after the Pahalgam attack, which has just happened, the reason why there is so much of an outcry, that months after, 5 months after the Pahalgam attack, which happened in April, many are asking, why is India playing Pakistan in September 2025? These are the questions which are being raised by many. While Operation Sindoor is currently underway, why are we facing off with Pakistan on a cricketing pitch? India has been gearing up, after all, for the high-voltage clash against Pakistan. In fact, here's what prominent figures across the border had to say about Operation Sindoor. That will remind you why there is outrage in India against stars and icons of Pakistan. For example, sample this. Let's remind you, Shahid Afridi, remember, he took out this victory rally after Pakistan lost in Operation Sindoor. Nonetheless, Shahid Afridi said, Modi realizes the cost of confronting Pakistan. There are many others, such as Mahira Khan, who is a popular TV soap opera star. She said, war and hate rhetoric is continuing for too many years. No one came out openly condemning Pakistan's terrorist strike on Indians, on Indian soil. Then you had Fawad Khan. He called Operation Sindoor a shameful attack, but he was silent on the Pahalgam butchery which was carried out by Pakistan. You had Hania Amir. She said, assigning blame without any proof, which is on Pakistan, that is, deepens the divides between India and Pakistan. There was an ample amount of proof, as well as the fact that it was carried out, the entire planned strike in Pahalgam was carried out by Pakistan-enabled. The ISI hand was clear. Pakistani foot soldiers were being used for this, and yet they are in denial. You had Maura Hossain, who had also called Operation Sindoor an attack on Pakistan. These are the kind of voices which Pakistani stars and icons were putting out. But yet, India is all set to now fight Pakistan on the cricketing pitch. Now, while most of the ties with Pakistan remain suspended, cricket appears to be completely untouchable. For example, sample this. When it comes to Pakistan airspace, well, that's a big no-no for India and Indian flights, but it's okay to play cricket with Pakistan. Second, it's an absolutely no-no to have any trade with Pakistan. India has snapped off all imports coming in from Pakistan, but yet it's fine to play cricket with Pakistan. Third, Pakistan players not allowed in IPL. This happened way back in 2008 after the dastardly attack, 26/11 attacks. But it's fine now to play Pakistan when it comes to the Asia Cup. Of course, you have Pakistani actors. Many of their handles too were also blocked off here in India after the Pahalgam attack, after the kind of venom that they were spewing during Operation Sindoor. But it's okay to play cricket. It's okay to play cricket, but not okay to watch Pakistani serials which have been banned. And of course, there is Indus water. The taps have been snapped off of the Indus water, but it's fine to play cricket in Dubai with Pakistan. Many have said that this reeks of hypocrisy. Let me go across to our panelists. In fact, joining us today on the show, we have Sunil Subramanian, the former manager of Team India and a former coach of big cricketing stalwarts of India such as R. Ashwin as well. Chander Shekhar Luthra is also joining us, a senior sports journalist. I'm going to start with you first, Sunil Subramanian. We've broken down cricket and the Asia Cup in numbers. And this time around, it's not the scorecard. This time around, it's the money which is riding on them. But is this the reason why today there's a price which has been put on patriotism as well?
Yeah, thanks for calling me. I think you said right, you nailed it right. This is just not about money. A time has come when the nation's character is going to be questioned, and I think this is the time. Now, you had revealed a lot of instances where, for example, 26-11, and then we played in 10 months' time. But we never retaliated like the way we retaliated now. We've come hit their bases, we've hit the terrorist hideouts. Now we meant business, and the Operation Sindoor is still on. Now, it's just a thought struck me, have any one of these people lost a single relative like this, jo dharam pooch ke marta hai, and you expect that sport is to be played? Now, I think the time has come where we have to cut off. It's too early, too soon, and I think it's a test of our character, and we don't need to engage in Pakistan for a length in time, and I mean a length in time. It doesn't matter what the costs are. Eventually, the numbers that you spoke of, who pays for it? The public pays for it. Now, why should we fund an activity with Pakistan at all? I don't think we should be playing.
But Sunil Subramanian, there are those who are saying, keep people-to-people contacts separate. Don't spew more hatred. What would you say to people like that, who say, so what? What's wrong in it? Sunil Subramanian?
People-to-people contact. There's one word that has been used and abused. People-to-people contact, there's one word. You think the guys who came and killed our guys in India are not people? What contact was that? I'm not buying it. I used to think in those times, those terms, and say, okay, leave sport above it all. But the Rubicon has been crossed. Now it's time that we have to put our foot down. Commerce can be secondary. I mean, losing a few millions here and there is not going to affect anybody, excepting the guys who still got a lot of millions.
So we are at a point of no return, and I really like what Sunil Subramanian has said. I'm going to take that across to Chander Shekhar. Chander, he said that this is the first time that India has retaliated in this manner. Yes, in the past, many times we have decided that despite terror attacks, we are going to play cricket with Pakistan. But as he has pointed out, this time around it's quite different because India has retaliated. Operation Sindoor is still ongoing. The Prime Minister, the Home Minister, all of them, the Raksha Mantri have all said that this operation is not over. It is on pause. In the midst of it all, then why? Why make excuses for playing cricket with Pakistan?
You know, first of all, I can only say that cricket diplomacy has always worked between the two countries. And this is not the first time. I'm not a political guy. I'm just giving you an example. After 71, also we played each other. And you ask any cricketer, they'll always say that Pakistani cricketers have, obviously, they are the best friends. They are the one who speaks the same language. We are the best of the friends with them. And also, people who are calling to boycott this game, they don't understand that the diplomacy is something which keeps your, peace windows open. You can't boycott, countries like this. You always have some kind of window open in order to have a kind of negotiations with others. If you ask, every country, if they are in war with each other, if tomorrow, if in Olympics, Russia is playing Ukraine, obviously they'll be playing. During the 8-year war between Iran and Iraq, they were playing each other in Olympics or any, international tournaments. So as we are also keeping that open. And also you have to understand that the man who is controlling all this cricket, Mr. Subramanian knows it all, is son of your home minister. You think they are the fools? They don't understand the diplomacy. They also understand that Indian cricket or in Team India could also be isolated at the international level. So, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm not saying that why can't we boycott, Pakistani things, or why can't we? We have been doing everything to destroy their economy or other things. But the fact is, you can't change your neighbors. Pakistan is going to be your neighbor forever.
Mr. Chander, let me respectfully disagree with you when you say that Pakistani cricketers are our friends. Is Shahid Afridi a friend of India? He's the one who said that Modi had to pay the price of fighting against India. You have the likes of Mahira Khan. War rhetoric continued for too many years. You have Hania Amir, you have Fawad Khan saying that Sindoor was a shameful attack. These are the voices which are coming in. Chander, should we still make excuses?
Listen to me. This is quite laughable. If you ask, somebody like Amitabh Bachchan or Sachin Tendulkar to go and praise in Pakistani, any person or any policy of theirs, they are also Pakistanis. They are going to obviously put blame on India. This is a normal thing. You expect their stars or cricketers to praise India or to say good things about India. Of course, this is politics. You have to understand.
This is politics.
This is quite laughable when you ask these kind of things. And also ask Anurag Thakur, who was sitting with Shahid Afridi in one of the matches. Did he not know that who is Afridi?
Fair enough.
Of course.
Fair enough. Answer that. Sunil Subramanian. We may be quick to blame cricketers, but look at what the politics, and in fact, that's what Chander has said, that it's all about politics at the end of it. All you have union ministers also, former sports ministers also sitting, and you can see the bonhomie with Shahid Afridi. What's wrong?
See, till now, there has been a case, till now, we have withstood a lot. We have withstood barbs, we have withstood wars, we have withstood insults, but I think we have crossed the Rubicon now. This is a matter of a national character. I say blood and peace can't go together. You think blood and cricket should go together? I think we've crossed it. It's time that we don't engage in them to get them to a negotiating table. It's too early, too soon. Okay. Get them to the negotiating table by cutting them off completely, which will mean stopping all activity. It might take a couple of years, so be it.
But Sunil Subramanian, is it true that Indian and Pakistani cricketers have shared a bonhomie? When it comes to sports, that enmity is missing. Would you agree with that?
Definitely, when it comes to the field of play, the earlier generations, they had friends. They had friends and they were close to each other.
Even now they are friends.
But you
Please don't mislead
the attitude of the people across the border now, go past that. That is a past. But we have now come to a Rubicon. You decide whether you want to stand for your country, not after Pahalgam, not after asking...
On whom does this onus lie? Sunil Subramanian, whom does this onus lie on? Is it fair to blame the cricketers?
You can't blame us. We'll have to go by whatever directive is given to us.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Chander Shekhar? Chander, go ahead.
Everything lies with the present government. This is the same government or his son of the same home minister who signed this agreement that India and Pakistan are not going to play in each other's country, will be playing in a neutral venue.
Neutral grounds.
When in December, when Jai Shah was signing this, did he not consult his father? You think he's that a fool? Or he does not belong to this party? I mean, understand.
Having said that, he has moved on to ICC. But should we blame the cricketers, Chander? Should we blame the cricketers? They are facing a lot of flack right now.
He has a bigger responsibility. That is what I am trying to say. You think Mr. Modi is going to China. Who is your enemy number one? China or Pakistan? Will he not go there and stop all the diplomatic things?
Fair enough.
This is absolutely nuisance that people have been brainwashed like this. You want to shut everything out, and you
made a very valid point there. Everyone knows the role that China has played when it came to Operation Sindoor, how logistical support was given by China to Pakistan. And yet India is trying to reset the ties with Pakistan. Is it fair that today we blame the cricketers alone? Well, we'll ask you, the viewers, to decide. Sunil Subramanian, pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much. Chander Shekhar Luthra for joining us as well. With that, a short break. Don't go anywhere.